The other one is Keyan's. Your post was this one, Relai Sunsets Lightning Network Integration.
Yeah, I thought this was I don't know, I thought this was kind of big news. Basically so Relai is kind of like the bull Bitcoin, I believe, of like Switzerland or
Oh, cool.
perhaps like broader Europe. I'm not exactly sure because I don't live there, but they're kind of like a bull Bitcoin in the sense that they are a non-custodial exchange. That is, you buy Bitcoin from them using fiat and they send it directly to cold storage or some wallet that is in your own control. And I guess like their phone app had on it the ability, I think, to withdraw via Lightning, and also had the ability to send out any self-custody Bitcoin that was on your phone app via Lightning. And they said that just people weren't using it and they were having a lot of issues with it. The implementation, like they didn't want to have to spend more time managing the implementation. And given how little adoption there was on the part of their customers, they decided to stop supporting it. And so I think in this fee environment where blocks are like sort of empty and fees are below 1 sat per V byte now, it kind of makes sense.
It's interesting, like we were just talking about Startup Day Yucatan and Meridia, and it's like all the grassroots plebs that are using Lightning. And then we're seeing like this higher echelon group of people that are looking up, I'm not pointing them out or anything, but like these higher echelon people are just like buying Bitcoin, or they're buying it through securities or ETFs and stuff. But it's like all these grassroots level people are still using Lightning. So I think there is this kind of gap that we're seeing. So
I think it's like a matter of the amount of Bitcoin you have. And so if you're using an exchange, you're probably not buying 100 sats worth of Bitcoin at a time. You're probably buying, significant volume of Bitcoin. And it doesn't make a whole lot of sense maybe to use Lightning for that use case. So I don't really see this as like a sign that there's something bad going on with Lightning so much as like, maybe Lightning on an exchange doesn't make a whole lot of sense, especially this type of exchange. If it's more like an exchange like Coinbase, where you're letting Coinbase custody the Bitcoin for you, maybe you want to send off 100, 1,000, 5,000 sats at a time. And the fee, having a low fee for that makes a lot of sense. But if you were like, DCAing your life savings, I don't really know why you're trying to save 10 sats at a time. Probably, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. But yeah.
yeah, I guess RoboSats is the only Lightning exchange out there, right? That's non KYC.
Yeah, there are very few non KYC exchanges, but there are a few peer-to-peer non KYC exchanges. One of them is Peach, I believe.
Oh yeah, Peach.
Yeah, Peach. Of course, RoboSats is Lightning native. I think they only do Lightning, and they're like federated and anonymous and stuff. I think Peach might have reputations. There's also, I think, Vexel in I believe the Czech Republic, or at least based in the Czech Republic. They're also a peer-to-peer exchange. I know there's one that operated in Brazil, run by Ray Youssef.
Oh yeah.
I forget what
How did his project ever turn
that
out?
was. I think a shitcoin exchange, like peer-to-peer shitcoin stuff. But I think it was still,
Didn't he
he's a
write like a
Bitcoiner.
white paper or something? Whatever happened with that?
I think they were planning to do a decentralized exchange, where they had written up a pretty complicated protocol, and I don't know what state that's in. I know they had some good hackers working on it, but those things are very tricky to get working right. So
yeah, interesting.
I think you might also be able to do Lightning now on Bisq, maybe even Join Market. I'm not sure though.
Yeah, you said it reminds me of folks sunsetting on-chain payments over the years.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I was talking to an OG, and he said that like this happened to Bitcoin, where like people went away from it for a little while and then they came back to it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same thing like that's happening to Lightning. People go away from it and then they'll come back to it. You just gotta be there when they do.
Yeah.
And keep building in the meantime.
Yeah, people who are like this is like a hobby for them, or like Lightning was like a hobby for a on-chain Bitcoin company. Yeah, it makes sense for them to ditch it. Just like the payment processors who integrated Bitcoin, or the merchants who integrated Bitcoin in some like bull run, eventually got tired of their hobby and removed it. I don't know if Overstock.com still has Bitcoin, like accepts
Yeah, I think
Bitcoin.
Microsoft and like AT&T did it too at certain
Yeah, I
points.
remember Stripe had Bitcoin support very briefly.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just yeah, it's a very like thing to do.
So it's like becomes fashionable, and then it's not fashionable. And you
Yeah.
know who the like not posers, but people who maybe didn't really get a lot of value from it, or yeah.
Yeah.